Sakamoto Days episode 10 now out for you guys to go and check out. Now, before we get into it, just want to let you guys know you can pick up your own shirt over on my link tree as well. This is the Goku Hope Eternal Hope shirt. So go check it out, but let's get to the episode. Okay, so episode 10, we pick up after last week's episode, and Shin and Lu and Sakamoto, they're all basically fatigued. You know, they're making comments like, oh, even the pork buns are heavy. So Mr. Sakamoto comes up with an idea of going to the bathhouse. So this episode really felt like a more slice to life sort of episode rather than this high octane action episode that we had last week. So they go to the bathhouse. This is where we find out the guy behind the counter, his mum and dad run it, but he is actually a low-life assassin. So he's rigged the place just in case anything happens. And when he finds out that Mr. Sakamoto's coming, he's like, okay, here we go. So they get in there, and it's basically just pure comedy at this point because every booby trap Shin gets absolutely destroyed in, but Mr. Sakamoto's just like, that's better. So, jets need to be faster and harder. Mr. Sakamoto loves it. He gets flung away. The sauna needs to be hotter. It's burning. There's flames. He's like, that's great. Shin's like, oh yeah. Ice, and so on and so on. And then you have these two little kids who are like, can we do that? Can we do that? And the dad's like, when you get older. And then we have these two guys come in and start to pick on the guy that runs the joint. And they basically, teasing him, bullying him. And of course, Mr. Sakamoto can't let that slide. He subtly takes them down. And this is where the kid finally realizes, yeah, I'm not cut out for that. I'm going to take over the family business, rings his dad and does that stuff. Then we get into the second half of this episode. Now, the second half of this episode, we meet a member of the mafia that Lu is a part of. They come and they want to take Lu back to China. But Lu obviously doesn't want to. She's part of the Sakamoto family. And she says to them, no, I'm not doing it. And then he's like, I'll challenge you. So Lu accepts because she wants to stay there. So they're ready to go and do battle. And they go in and he's like, you're not dressed appropriate. So they get dressed into their suits. She gets dressed in a dress and he takes her, and then they go to a hidden casino where all the underground people are. And then he's like, all right, you can borrow this much money, but whoever's got the most after 2 hours wins. And they're like, oh, okay, how are we going to do this? And then Sakamoto's like, we got Shin, mind reader, let's go. But they don't know how to play these games. And Lu's like, are you kidding me? And then we find out, oh, mate's already tripled his money within like the first game. So very interesting moving forward. Like I said, this is just pretty much slice of life, just a little bit more downtime for the characters and developing them and, understanding a little bit more about Lu's backstory and everything else. But let me know what you guys thought of this episode. Did you guys enjoy it?